Afternoon VC. Alright, so this is going to be a video that I've had a few requests for over the years. And one I've tried to do a few times and run into some issues with storage with this particular phone that I film on. So we'll see if this works. I think I may have resolved the issue, but it's going to be lengthy. This is going to be my Sun Ra collection. I am in no way a Sun Ra expert. If you need an expert in the VC of Sun Ra, I suggest you go back and watch Rodger Coleman's channel if he's still got those videos up. Maybe I'll leave a link if I can find it. He's more of an expert on Sun Ra. He used to do Sun Ra Sundays. But I have accumulated quite a few Sun Ra records over the last 5 years or so. So I'll show them here. And yeah, right there is Mr. Herman Poole Blunt, great Sun Ra coffee painting that Diana Biernet from Digging in the Crate did in Germany, and graces my wall. It's one of my prized possessions. And I love every era of Sun Ra. There is some of the, I'll point them out in this stack. There's some that they're abrasive. So not my favorite, but then there's just stuff that's absolutely beautiful from the man. A couple of books that I have of Sun Ra. This one I just got from Alex, Space is the Place, The Lives and Times of Sun Ra. I'm just getting into this, so this is fantastic. But I do have the Bible, which is a good source of information on Sun Ra and his releases. Omniverse that Art Yard put out. Hartmut Gherkin is one of the biggest collectors of Sun Ra records and material, and Chris Trent also helped write this. But it lists all 275 Sun Ra releases. At the time that book was written, there's been more unearthed or put out or whatever since. So I really only have a drop in the bucket, like, you know, maybe 50 albums or so. So yeah, the 275. So that's listed in that book. And some maybe, you know, I don't think that's an official number. It's just some stuff may overlap, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot of different covers, because a lot of it was DIY in Philly. But yeah, we'll get into it. First off, I've got on Delmark Sun Ra Sun Song, which is a reissue of one of the first Sun Ra releases on the Transition Records label, J10, which if I ever found that, that means I'm dead and in a different place. But yeah, the first incarnation of his orchestra here, that included Julian Priester on trombone, John Gilmore and Pat Patrick were in right from the beginning on saxophones, but a few other players here that wouldn't stick around. But early bop, big band, more type of sound with Sun Ra at the beginning. Same with this record, which is a really good one to start with. Jazz in Silhouette, one of the first I ever picked up, and this is a cheap DOL reissue, but has more of the original artwork on it. James Spaulding and Marshall Allen now in the mix, so you're starting to see the orchestra take shape. And this is all from the 50s. This is 1958, recorded at El Saturn studio in Chicago when he was based there first before going to Philly. Now Impulse did release some of this early stuff later on with different covers. So here's this record again with this crazy cover and this really great back cover. He wore these great outfits. So that's just the same album, but not released till 75, that version. Next, I did get this record from Omar Kabir. He's a professional trumpet player. I think he's living in Germany. He might be back in New York, but I think he's still in Germany. He's on the Facebook group with Ken McAuliffe, Jazz Vinyl Lovers, and Ken let some people sell some records one time, and he had this, and I got it for cheap because of the condition of the cover. But the record's fine. It's Secrets of the Sun, Sun Ra and his Solar Orchestra, one of the most beautiful record album covers ever. And it is the second label from the original year, so now Saturn. And this is fantastic early Ra. I'm going to move through these as quickly as I can. Next is one, also is I think an L Saturn, but I have the later ABC Impulse copy of Atlantis with an alternate cover, which is also just fantastic artwork. This back is just crazy, awesome artwork. Yeah, this one, Danny Thompson's now in the group. Next, I think I got this record from Tom Minko, the Heliocentric Worlds of Sun Ra, an ESP disc. This is an original from 1965 of Volume 1. There are 2 volumes. Ronnie Boykins is here on bass. Sun Ra is now moving into more avant territories, playing a lot of different instruments, timpani, electronic celeste, marimba, piano on this. But yeah, the ESP disc days. Now Volume 2, I only have a Get Back reissue. I'd love to get an original, but it's got a fantastic cover. But this has had to suffice for now. But yeah, 1966 is what we're up to now as far as year. I also have a reissue of Nothing Is, a bass record, Italy reissue. They got a hold of a lot of ESP disc stuff. Another one I'd like to have an original of, but I'm fine with this copy for now. Again, getting out there with this record. And then there's a batch of Saturn research reissues that were done of a lot of the L Saturns, and I've got quite a few because they usually pop up at the convention that I go to, the guy that runs it. So I always grab them because they're like 20 bucks, and I end up getting a couple and $5 off. So I've got a bunch of these. This is Other Planes of There, and yeah, we're starting to get into the outer space type stuff from Sun Ra now. Lex Humphreys is on board, along with all the other guys that I've been mentioning. And then you have Magic City, and I have 2 different copies of this. I have the ABC Impulse reissue with the alternate artwork. Again, just beautiful artwork they did with these Impulse reissues. This one was reissued in '73. And then I do have one of those kind of Saturn research ones with the original cover artwork. I think I grabbed this in Asheville. And then just to have the original cover art. This was a Record Store Day issue of, oh God, what is this? Spaceways. And this is fantastic. This is super cheap. I recommend this. We Travel the Spaceways is on here. Recorded in '66 and '68. This is where you're getting June Tyson in the mix on vocal, who I love. Speaking of, I'll just show this now. This is one of my favorite things of this whole Sun Ra deal, is this June Tyson, Satyrian Queen of the Sun Ra Orchestra. Just all the different clips of her in the Sun Ra performances, and this was released in 2019. It's on gold vinyl. Sounds fantastic. There's unreleased stuff here of her. Yeah, the queen of the orchestra. This is absolutely fantastic stuff. Personal favorite. More of these, L Saturn reissues. We Travel the Spaceways. Sun Ra and his Myth Science Orchestra. Yeah. The lineup pretty much staying consistent now. We've got another one of these reissues, Strange Strings. Yeah, this one's definitely different because Sun Ra plays electric strings. You get a whole different sound. Oh, year. What does it say? So a lot of these don't even give me the year. But whatever. Like I said, we're going to move through these as quickly as I can because there's a lot. This one I got at Noble, Cosmic Tones for Mental Therapy, Sun Ra and his Myth Science Orchestra. Another one of those reissues. And I think, yeah, Rodger Coleman picked up every single one of them and is in that video if I can find the link so you can see them all. Yeah, Sun Ra's now on organ, clavelin, and cosmic side and drum. It's just starting, you know, just getting more adventurous. Next we have Sound of Joy, Sun Ra and the Orchestra, another Delmark release, and I got this cheap because the price sticker got torn off. This is Victor Sproul's bass, Charles Davis on baritone. Yeah, this is, I think, an issue of some older stuff, just based on the lineup. It's been a while since I spun that one. Next, we have one of the pinnacles of my collection. This is an original first L Saturn. This is the album that broke the internet, according to Teddy. Sun Ra and his Myth Science Orchestra, the Nubians of Plutonia, and it's still got the original shrink on it. This is a thing of beauty. This is the real deal Shaquille O'Neal first press L Saturn. That was a tax return purchase. Next we got Holiday for Soul Dance, another one I got at the convention of the reissue deal on Saturn Research. Sun Ra's on piano on this one. Yeah, I really dig this one, especially the double alto deal with Marshall Allen and Danny Thompson on this one. And a great cover, just fantastic stuff. We got Sun Ra there with an oud. Really cool. Next, this is an original on the Chandar label from France. I think there's two parts to this, and I only have one. Nuit de la Fondation May. If I said that right, it's French. This is freaking awesome. This has got all kinds of things going on. This is volume 2. I need volume 1. Anybody sees volume 1, let me know. But now Sun Ra has he's on the Moog now, and it's getting serious. Like when Sun Ra gets going with the Moog, I love it. There's a huge cast on this. June Tyson's on this one on vocal. Yeah, Sun Ra's on synthesizer, electric piano, electric organ. Yeah, and the Moog is the best stuff though. Huge lineup. This one's absolutely fantastic avant record, The Night of the Purple Moon, Sun Ra and his Intergalactic Infinity Orchestra. I have a reissue of this. If I ever found I've seen first presses of this, but they go for so much money. You know, 800 to well over 1,000. I'd love to have it, but he's again on the Moog and the Roxachord. That's where you really get into some great stuff. The great avant stuff out there, free. Got a live record on MPS. It's After the End of the World. Sun Ra's Intergalactic Research Orchestra live at the Denoshingen and Berlin festivals. Great cover art. This was one I saw in Rochester. They wanted $50 and I got this for like $20 less. Out of LA. From Permanent. Big lineup on this too. June Tyson's here. There's some different players that show up here, like Kwame Hadi on trumpet. Yeah, great stuff there. Live, Germany. This is a two-parter, and I only have one part of it. My Brother the Wind. This is volume 2. I need volume 1. Love to find volume 1 of that one. Again, getting the more out there stuff. And then we have Pictures of Infinity on Black Lion. This is an original, I think UK. I could be wrong, but This has got Outer Spaceways Incorporated, which is a favorite of a lot of people when it comes to Sun Ra. He's on piano and clavlin on this one. And I have a different version of it I just picked up with a different cover, and the sides are completely reversed, and I don't know why. This is from 1968. Again, I think these are all in pretty much order of year, as best as I could do it. And I have another, so I have that too, I don't know why. We have Universe in Blue, another one of these Saturn Research reissues. This is not my favorite. I don't know why. He's on the space organ on this. I don't know. I think we're starting to get really out there. Yeah, because now you got the BYG Actual Solar Myth approach. This is abrasive and not fun. This one's a tough listen, even for me. And I love Sun Ra, but it's great cover art. I do need volume 2. I'm not gonna run out to get it because it's fucking bonkers. This might be the most bonkers Sun Ra shit. This and I think the drugs just got heavier or something for the band, or I don't know. Maybe he didn't do them. I don't know. Because then you get into the Live in Egypt stuff, and it is way out there. They put this out on a box set on Record Store Day. I couldn't get it. I was in line for it, and they only had 1 copy or 2 copies of Lunchbox, and I missed out. But they reissued them all, so I grabbed them. There's a couple good tracks on these, but they're not my favorite. So there's this one, Dark Myth Equation Visitation, Volume 1. And there's Volume 2, Live in Egypt. And I think the guy that wrote the book, Hartmut Gherkin, was involved with this because he's a German living in Egypt, and I think he has the pinnacle of the Sun Ra collection as far as like L Saturns go. Yeah, there's this, and there's these, and these were reissued recently. So this was recorded at the Ballon Theater in Cairo in '71. This one's got Space as the Place, so this one I really dig because this is Horizon, which I've almost picked up an actual original of. It's got some wild shit on it though. It gets out there. The Discipline stuff it's wild. These are on Strut. And I've got this is a UK, yeah, I got a UK copy of Space is the Place with a great cover. And this one kind of folds out and down. Got this at Noble. Love to have an earlier copy of that. But that one's okay. We got Astro Black on Impulse. This one's getting tougher to track down. This has got that Discipline track on it too. Saturn Research Impulse. We got Monorails and Satellites Works for Solo Piano, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is freaking beautiful stuff. On Cosmic Myth Records. Yeah, just what it is. It's Sun Ra, all alone. Great stuff. What year is this? So now we're getting into this mid-70s, and mid to late 70s is like some of the best period of Sun Ra. Yeah, it's some of the best stuff's coming up for me. And this one I really dig that Strut Art Yard put out of Abstract Dreams. Previously unreleased radio studio sessions from WXPN-FM in Philly, and this is absolutely beautiful stuff. Really highly recommend this one for a cheap, as far as cheap records go in the Sun Ra catalog. That one's great. Let's see, another one. This is on Modern Harmonic. This is a reissue of Pathways to Unknown Worlds. This one kind of gets out there at times. Yeah, Clifford Jarvis on this one. Of course, Danny Thompson, Danny Davis, Marshall Allen, John Gilmore, the whole crew. On this one, let's reissue. I got Cosmos. I got this at the convention. This is really good. Getting more in the spiritual realm of things on this one. You know, yeah, 1977 Inner City Records, this one. So we're starting to get towards the later 70s. I just picked this up in Asheville. This is the reissue of Sun Ra and His Orchestra featuring Pharoah Sanders and Black Harold. Great cover. Recorded in 1964 live at Judson Hall, but it wasn't released on Saturn until 76. So that's why I have it here. Spirit Vire to put this out. This is a good reissue. Not my favorite. This is, again, another kind of a really free. And I like free jazz, but this one's really free. Sun Ra, Pharaohs gets out there, gets honking. Not my favorite, but it's essential to have. Sun Ra and His Orchestra live at Montreux. Anything live at Montreux is mint, and this is no exception. And this is a double LP. Inner City Records put this out as well. This is another big one. This is the original foil cover of Languidity, and this one has gotten nuts in price. I know they did a box set of it, but this is the first press from 1978 on Philly Jazz. Thing of fucking beauty, and one of my favorite Sun Ra records. This is otherworldly gorgeous music. Yeah, this is transformative stuff right here. You know, takes you to a great space. He's on Hammond organ, Mini Moog, Fender Rhodes, Yamaha organ. You know, branching out on the instruments. Gorgeous stuff. This is also an original on improvising artist, St. Louis Blues, solo piano. Also a beautiful album. Not one you see all the time. 1978, yeah. More solo stuff. This is one I got from Dave Belson. Other Voices, Other Blues, featuring John Gilmore. This is an original on the Horo label out of Italy. These are getting difficult to track down. Double LP. There's a few others I'd like to get on Horo, but they just are hundreds of dollars, which is crazy. Reissue of Disco 3000. Just got this from Asheville, another art yard. Reissue of an Saturn title from the later 70s. Scaled down lineup on this one with John Gilmore on tenor, Michael Ray trumpet, and Lukman Ali on drums. So really, you know, it's a different session. Recorded in Philly. More of the beautiful stuff. Like if you're into spiritual jazz, this is the kind of stuff you want to get from Sun Ra. God is More Than Love Can Ever Be. This is just gorgeous stuff. Another one on Cosmic Myth Records. Beautiful LP. One of my top favorite records, Sleeping Beauty. Sun Ra and His Intergalactic Myth Science Solar Orchestra. And this is a reissue on Art Yard that arrived in the mail. Had been completely underwater at some point, like in a mud puddle. I salvaged it somehow. But yeah, my favorite Sun Ra songs around here: Springtime Again, Door of the Cosmos, and Sleeping Beauty. Those are my three favorite Sun Ra. I mean, this is my top Sun Ra record. Probably my second favorite is Sound Mirror. This just arrived from Sweden. This is an original Saturn from 1978. This is amazing record. The saxophone playing on side 2 is that of the most beautiful Pharoah Sanders stuff you ever heard, but it's not Pharoah. It's the other guys in the group, but this is a big one. One of the top wants that I had, and I was able to find it. Another original Saturn, and this is Sleeping Beauty, an original with the DYI cover. Yeah, that's another pinnacle of the collection. Another original Saturn of Omniverse. Another fantastic one, late 70s. Beautiful, just the beautiful, more spiritual type stuff right there. Another original on Philly Jazz is of Mythic Worlds. I sent my reissue on. One of the guys in the VC picked it up. I'm trying to remember who it was. This is from 1980. I don't dig everything on this, but and this was recorded at the pictures from the Ann Arbor Jazz Festival in '78, but released in '80. Recorded in Chicago. This is really good. I like Languidity better, but this is also great. Strange Celestial Road. I think this is original from the UK. Yeah, this is a London pressing. On Y Records, which is an interesting label. Great cover. I haven't listened to this one out in a while, but it's got a couple of vibes players. It's good stuff. It's been a few years. This is one of the first finds I ever had at a convention with the guys. Got one here where it gets out there on Hat Hut Records out of Switzerland. Sunrise in Different Dimensions, double LP. But yeah, they do some covers on here too, though. Like Take the A Train by Billy Strayhorn, and some stuff on the D side anyway, like some Coleman Hawkins and whatnot. But yeah, 1980 live in Switzerland. Got another one that's a favorite for a lot of Sun Ra fans. Fireside Chat with Lucifer. This was the reissue from 2020 that Modern Harmonic put out. Yeah, I'd love to have an original of this with the original cover, but it goes well over $1,000, and well, probably a few grand now. And let's see, getting down there. This I absolutely love. Sun Ra and his Orchestra at Intermedia Arts, April 1991, live. And this is like there's 2 sets. God, this is a 3 LP, I think. And this was a Record Store Day release years back. Modern Harmonic. This is wonderful, wonderful record. We Travel the Spaceways is on here. Space is the Place. A lot of the Springtime Again opens. Love in Outer Space is on here. He's just doing all the best stuff. This is absolutely essential. And then of course you have the release of Swirling, with Marshall Allen at the helm in his 90s. And this is really good. It's the orchestra. I mean, they're still going. I saw them in 2014 in Barcelona, and it was amazing. Just a lot of horns going off all at once. And I got a couple of little odds and ends here to finish up with. We've got The Lady with the Golden Stockings, 10-inch. And this is good. It says this stuff was originally unissued, but I don't believe that to be the case. But this is really a good 10-inch. And then I do have this, which is very entertaining. John Cage Meets Sun Ra, the complete film on DVD. And it's a 7-inch as well. But the Sun Ra sections, they're in Coney Island at the Freak Show. The Sun Ra parts are great. June Tyson's on here, which is great. John Cage is up there mumbling in a language that he created on the spot. It's horrendously awful. But it's so crazy that it works because it's the Freak Show. But there you go. About 30 minutes here, I was able to pound out the Sun Ra collection. Again, like I said, I am not an expert on the man. I just love his records, and that's what I got so far. And I like to pick up pretty much anything I run across. Hope you all are doing well. Take care. Peace.